Hi guys, my name is Taylor. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite product brand behind me, Unite. Before I get into that, I just want to kind of give you a little bit of rundown about myself, how I got into the brand and all of that good stuff. So I work at a salon called Salon Diva Spa in Valparaiso, Indiana. I've been a hairstylist for 5 going on 6 years. I have been with the same salon for about 4. One thing that it's really funny. One thing that, always kind of stuck to me over the course of, my years of doing hair, which isn't very many, I will say, but it's just that I couldn't find a product brand that I really, really clicked with, or that I really liked, or that I really thought executed exactly what I was looking for. So it was about a year and a half ago. My boss approached me and she was like, hey, the rep gave us a sample bag of products. I really want you to try them for the week and let me know what you have to say about it. And let me tell you, this was going to be like the 4th or 5th product brand that we had tried since I've been there. So about a year and a half ago, I would have been there for like 3 years. So like 3 or 4 product brands in 3 years, that's quite a bit. So anyways, continuing. I just remember sitting there and I grabbed the 7 seconds and the U oil out of the bag, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try these out. I had my client, who has been a long time client, she has really long, like, hair down to here, super thick and coarse, and I was like, well, let's just load you up with this U oil and let's spritz you with the 7 seconds, and not even really like paying attention to how to use it or anything, I just started blow drying it, and I was like, okay, this smells really, really good. This is nice. And as I'm going through, I'm like, oh my god, the shine is really beautiful. Oh my god, her frizz control. Like, wait, what the heck am I putting in this girl's hair? And, again, after using it for about a week, I just remember sitting up front, and it just so happened that I was sitting up there. And at this time, it was, the first client that had called back. I actually had 4 that called back. And it was the red client that I used it on Michelle. Won't forget the moment. And she was like, oh my god, whatever you used on my hair, I have to have it. My style that you gave me lasted about a week. Like, I tried using my products at home that I already had. I don't like them. Can I please order it? And I just remember turning and looking at my manager being like, OMG, this is it. This is what we need. I think we got it, And, after a couple more of my clients called back, and we actually had some of the other stylists, their clients actually called back, and they kept saying, like, whatever it is you use, like, I really want it, let us know when you're carrying it, because I'd love to come in and pick it up the day you get it. So, we kind of went forward with that. We ended up having Cassie, actually, which I don't believe she works for you guys anymore, but she actually came out and gave us our class, and she inspired me quite a bit just by the way she explained each product and the way she really got into detail about what's so special about this brand. It just really kind of like reignited that passion that was kind of missing for a while. And only being a hairstylist for a few short years at that point, it really kind of sucks when you wake up each day and you're like, like, I really don't like these products. I feel like something's just not there. I don't know what to do. So to be able to have a brand that like kind of gets you all excited again about being able to style hair and see what it does and see how it looks, and it just really, really excited me all over again. So I just remember sitting in the class and a light bulb went off, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna research this when I get home. And so, really started looking into the brand itself, what kind of started it, and come to find out, Dale, the owner and CEO of the company and the founder of the company, created the line back in 2003. So right now, the brand's only 14 years old. At the time, it was only like 13, which 13 is my lucky number, so that was really cool when I first, found out about the line. Just to find out, all the little things that he does behind the scenes, and that he goes to work every day so excited to, help inspire, create, and educate us stylists. Unite, which most of you probably don't know, but the ones that are watching do know. Not very many product brands in the world are actually owned by hairstylists anymore. They've all pretty much sold out just to kind of make their quick buck. So I think it's really cool that he's so driven, and he really knows what it's like to back us up, and he knows exactly what has been lacking in our industry. So to be able to have somebody in the world that is still trying to give us exactly what we're needing and asking for is pretty awesome. Dale's a really special person. He really believes in so much good in the world. So what kind of sets him and his brand apart is the fact that we're PETA certified. So anybody that knows, you cannot fill out an application for PETA and have them come and sign a piece of paper that says, yeah, we certify you. They actually kind of go into different brands and companies and kind of reach out and say, hey, like, we really want to test your products out and see what, if it is what it is. So to find out that, you know, we are in fact cruelty free is super awesome. And then to even add to that, he has a San Diego salon where 100% of the profits go to those without a voice. So, you know, kind of getting back to the animal thing, he, you know, donates all of his profits to the San Diego Humane Society out there, because it is a non-kill organization, as well as the children's home out there. You know, just to see somebody who is so big into making people look good and feel good on, you know, on so many levels, but then also be able to be so sweet enough to give back to those who really have no say in what happens to them. I think that that's so awesome. You know, I remember watching his interview last year saying, you know, him and his crew actually go to the children's home and like put up Christmas trees for them. Who does that? I mean, like, really, who does that? They'll decorate the Christmas trees, and that's just one little example of what he does for them each, you know, throughout the year. Like, you know, just to find out that there's someone that's like that just really believes in giving back to the world is awesome. And I love that he does it within his, you know, in his local area. Not that giving to charities throughout the world isn't awesome, but I just think that, you know, it's really important to give back to where you're from, or not necessarily where you're from, but to where you're at, you know, just to kind of watch your city before your eyes kind of grow and get better over time. I think it's super awesome. Sorry, I have an itch on my head. But yeah, so another thing that makes Dale super, super awesome is the fact that he does Paramount business classes. So that's kind of, I'm kind of flip-flopping, and I'm so sorry about it. But going back to him wanting to back us up and to give us exactly what we need, and to help us really succeed and make our jobs really cool, is the fact that he does the Paramount business classes. So anybody that knows what that means is, you know, being a hairstylist, you're kind of more into the creative mindset. You don't really think about the business part. So he kind of breaks everything down for you, gives you more of an idea of what a business owner goes through and what you have to do to have a successful business. And he also does Global Session every other year. I believe it's every other year. I haven't had the chance to go yet. I really hope I get the chance to go sometime soon. I've seen tons of videos, I've seen pictures, I've seen all of the really cool avant-garde hair stuff that they do. It looks like tons of fun. You know, they throw a really big party afterwards. It looks like a blast. But also, as well as just, you know, just your basic, you know, cutting and styling classes, as well as the product knowledge classes. I think classes are really important in the fact that he kind of intertwined business, and that kind of sets his brand apart from most product brands, and really most schools don't really give you a rundown on what it's like to be in the business aspect of what we do, and it kind of gets lost, you know, in the process of everything. So that's really fun. Yeah, continuing on to how awesome the line is, I guess I should start kind of breaking everything down and talk to you a little bit about it. So the brand itself is paraben free, sodium chloride free, and sulfate free. So that means that we are extension safe, we're color safe, we're smoothing treatment safe, so you don't have to worry about, you know, fading, stripping, gunky buildup, which is awesome. And another thing to add to how special it is the fact that, you know, everything in this line is formulated for absolutely all hair types. It's perfect for those with sensitive skin. So to add to that, it's also formulated at a pH level of about 5.5. You know, I think that's a really big thing. A lot of clients, you know, they have sensitive scalps, especially after chemical services. So to be able to give them something or use something on them that helps soothe the scalp and repair the hair and make everything feel fabulous is awesome. They are a luxury hair care brand, which is super fun. So what that means is you cannot find this at a Walmart. Who would have thought? The most annoying thing for me as a hairstylist is my clients coming back in before we even carried this. This is just a quick story. Them coming back in. I had one in particular that wanted to return a hairspray because she went on Amazon and found it for $10 cheaper. So nothing is more frustrating than that. Nothing is more frustrating than, you know, doing a fabulous job on someone's color and then knowing that they're going home to really quick wonder Walmart or Walgreens or Target to buy their $5 shampoo that's going to coat their hair and nasty synthetics and all that jazz. So, you know, knowing that my clients are coming in, they're getting a fabulous color. They're getting all of these wonderful services, and then I'm sending them home with something that they're not going to be able to find anywhere else. You cannot find it in another salon in my area, which is really cool because it kind of sets our salon apart from most. But yeah, you don't have to worry about other people finding it anywhere, which is super fun. Kind of gives my clients a reason to come back to me, because not only do they just absolutely love the products, but you know, they love their services, and being able to kind of come back for a really unique service as well as a product is really fun. Unite has won Boutique Brand of the Year for the last 5 years, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. You've also seen it on the runway, which really speaks to my heart. I'm really big into fashion. I'm really big into, you know, the fashion industry, hair and stuff like that. So when I found out that they used it in New York, London Fashion Week, as well as Miami Swim Week, I was like internally screaming. I just wanted to like yell because I was so excited. And also being able to tell my clients, you know, like what I'm sending you home with, not only is it sulfate free, paraben free, sodium chloride free, color safe, UV thermal built in, protected, you know, I'm sending them home with it, and I'm also saying, oh, and by the way, Julian Huff uses it, or, you know, David Beckham uses it, and you're seeing it on the runway this season. You know, it just kind of sets it apart, and the fact that it's got such a really big following in the celebrity world as well as the fashion world is really, you know, it's really fun for me. And I always say that, like, your hair is the best accessory. You know, your hair and your clothes are the first two things that everybody looks at when they look at you. Makeup's whatever, but you cannot pull an outfit off if your hair does not match or go with it. So to be able to send my clients home with something that, you know, is in that part of the world is really fun. But to start breaking everything down and to prove to you how awesome Dale is by making our lives easy, he has broken everything down to systems as well as color coding them for us. I told you, he's fabulous. So you have your 7 seconds, following through with our Boing system, which is our curly system. But you don't have to have curly hair to use it. We'll get to that in a little bit. Then you have your basic cleanse and conditions, and then you have your specialty shampoos. And this is where I give him my heart. I wish I could give him my heart. So going into our styling products, you have your wet styling, which is labeled in black. Then you have your hybrids, which is labeled in blue. And then you have your finishers, which is labeled in red. Red means stop. It's at the very end, kind of like a stoplight, just missing the green and the yellow. But you know what I mean. And then after that, you know, he also has the Go 24/7 line, which is a men's line. But what's awesome is you don't have to be a man to use it, because I have some women clients that actually like it, and I'll break down the products of that I do have. And on top of that, he also has some really cool miscellaneous tools, which I will get into as well. So I'm just now going to start breaking down the 7 seconds line. I'm going to talk to you about each product, what's special in most of these products, how to use them, when to use them, and what sets them apart from other product brands. So let's go ahead and get started. So again, like I said, I'm going to start with our 7 seconds. Shampoo, conditioner, leave-in, glossing, refresher, mask. Okay. So to start off, I'm going to start off with the shampoo. Shampoo. You're going to hear me say fabulous probably 1,000 times, so I'm really sorry if I'm annoying you right now. Okay, but what kind of sets this moisture line apart from most other product brands is the fact that not only are you getting the moisture that you're looking for, but you're also getting really mild proteins, which are derived from like vitamins and minerals and like natural stuff, not synthetics that you're making up in a chemist lab and then slapping a label on it and saying it's good for you. It's really cool. So you know, your shampoo, everything in here is sulfate free, as you already know, so you're going to get really mild you know, bubbles and stuff like that, so it's not stripping your color. This is packed with shine, packed with moisture, and again, a little bit of mild proteins, so pretty much speaks for itself. It's really cool. One thing that I really do like, which I think I forgot to talk to you guys about, is the fact that like the bottles are really nice and sleek and clean. There's no fluff, because you don't need fluff when you have a fabulous brand. The products speak for themselves. Anyways, continuing. Going into our conditioner. So the conditioner is really cool, only because it has a UV thermal and UV and thermal protect built in. So, you know, I know for myself, I have some clients that are really adamant about not putting anything in their hair. Believe it or not, I do have a couple that that really don't like it. And even if I can't get them to buy like the 7 seconds, I know that if I just send them home with these two and they're using the conditioner, you know, they're packing their hair with mild proteins, tons of moisture, high shine. It's giving them a little bit of weightless body, but it's also protecting their hair from the sun and from their hot tools. Even though that drives me absolutely bonkers, I know that it's absolutely okay if I can at least send them home with these two. So they're pretty much like the go-to for most people if you feel like, you know, they don't really need anything else within the line, but you really know that they need something, especially something that's super moisturizing and that isn't overwhelming their hair with moisture and protein. Like, this is absolutely the go-to. Then you would follow that through with the 7 seconds condition. I love this stuff. So you're going to spray it within the direction of the hair. It is an instant detangler. It smells so good. Yeah, so it's an instant detangler. Also a leave-in conditioner, UV and thermal protectant. Adds a little bit of body, but mostly tons of shine. It's really nice for a little bit of frizz control, so you don't have to worry about the hair frizzing out if you spray it on. I love to keep this in my bag, and I tell my clients to do the same thing. You know, use this at home, like before and after you shampoo. Really, I know, like myself, my hair is really dry and brittle and super baby fine, so it tends to mat up and like knot up throughout the day. So spritzing it on before I brush it through, before I hop in the shower, does wonders. So yeah, again, it's an instant detangler. Product pretty much speaks for itself on how fabulous it is. But another really cool tip and trick for hairstylists that are watching is this is a perfect cutting aid. So, you know, spritz it on, comb it through, work it through, and you can see when you're taking your sections to go and cut, everything is so clean and meticulous. I've never used anything like it before, and I'm looking you dead in the eyes without blinking, because that's how serious I am about it. So where does that is? Anyways, continuing on. So, following through with our 7 seconds glossing spray. I really like this. Again, you'll hear me say it a lot. Spray it in the direction of the hair. Smells really good, but it's an anti-humectant. So not a lot of people understand what that means, but I always say like climate and like static control. So you don't have to worry about the hair frizzing out. I'm sorry. Booty problems. Yeah, so anti-humectant, helps with frizz control, high shine. I like to use it for my updos, or really for anybody that matter that's just kind of lacking a little bit of oomph to their hair. But it's also really fabulous to blow dry in. My last, or I believe my first certification class, Amy actually mentioned try it on wet hair and see how you like it. And so I obviously had to come home the very next day for work and try it out. Wow. It is really, really, really nice to blow dry it in. It just kind of like enhances the shine a little bit more. It makes the hair really nice and silky and soft. So I really do like it, and I want to thank you for the tip, because now my clients can kind of have it as another little tip in their own little toolbox. Going through next is our 7 seconds refresher. Now, I like to call it a refresher. Most people are like, oh, it's a dry shampoo. Yes, technically it's a dry shampoo, but it's not like a dry shampoo. So as you can tell, I'm shaking it until you can hear the ball. Once the ball's shaking, you know that you're about to be using it in the correct way. That little ball is placed in there so that it breaks up all the natural clays that's in there. Again, you'll spray like you're supposed to in the direction of the hair, throughout the hairline, or even throughout the rest of your ends. This is going to, This is going to soak up all that excess oil while leaving your natural oil. So that's where that awesome natural clay comes in. So it doesn't leave the hair white or dry and flaky and gritty. It's actually a softening dry shampoo. But what kind of sets us apart from most is the fact that it's aloe based. So it's really nice and cooling on the scalp. So for my clients that just get color services or that get straightening services or anything like that, where their scalp is red and itchy and irritated, or they just don't feel comfortable, once I finish with their blow dry, or even halfway through when that section's done, and even though I'm still blow drying, I'll spritz it on there, and you can just like watch like the relief literally come off of them. Super soothing. But I know like some people prefer to have a dry shampoo that kind of gives them grit and some nasty feeling to the hair. But most people don't like that feeling. So that's why this is one of my favorites. Once I tell my clients, you don't have to worry about a white residue, and you don't have to worry about the gritty, dirty feeling, they're pretty much sold on it. Following through with that, we're going to have our 7 seconds mask. smells so good. I love this way it smells. Okay, so this is awesome. You're going to use it in between the shampoo and conditioner. I believe it says 10 minutes. But I do longer than 10 minutes. I myself like to actually sleep with it in. I do it once a week when I feel like my hair's really needing a lot of moisture. It's made with shea butter, so you're going to get all of that high shine and moisture packed in there. But what actually sets it apart is the fact that it's not just a moisturizing conditioning treatment, it's also packed with a little bit of myoproteins, just like the actual conditioner is. So it's healing and repairing the hair, which I feel like most salons, you get 4 or 5 different types of hair masks, I guess is what they call them, and you never really know which one you need to use. Most clients don't know the difference between needing a moisturizing conditioner or a protein pack conditioner. So being able to give them something that's got a little bit of both and pretty much everything that they're asking for in one product is really awesome. So again, I myself, most people probably wouldn't do this, but I like to sleep with it in. I put my little shower cap on, go to bed, wake up, rinse, and follow through with the conditioner. It doesn't weigh my hair down. It doesn't make it feel grimy. It doesn't make it feel nasty or like dirty hair. It actually makes my hair super shiny and super, super soft. But yeah, I normally tell my clients, if you don't want to sleep with it in, that's totally fine. Put it in for 5 to 10 minutes when you're in the shower, while you're finishing your business. Then rinse it out and follow through with the conditioner, and then the conditioning spray. But yeah, so that's our 7-second sign. I'm going to then talk about our boing, which is really fun. And I don't know if I added, and I'm going to feel really dumb if I did, but our 7 seconds is actually the #1 selling product in the brand itself. I'm sorry if I did already say that. I just want to make sure I'm covering all bases and I don't forget anything at all. But yeah, this is actually the #1 selling product in the brand, as well as being the very first product that Dale made out of his garage. You don't believe me, but that's okay. You don't need to. Okay, anyways. Following through with our boing system. Now, what's really cool about the boing system is the fact that you don't have to have curly hair to use it. I myself even find myself switching off between certain things, this being one of them. The shampoo, fabulous. I know, at first when I first used it, I was like, wait a minute, there's no lather, and I was like, wait a minute, champagne bubbles, not soda bubbles. I remember Amy telling me that, and I will never forget it. So because it's low sulfate and because it's typically for curly hair, you don't have to worry about it roughing up the cuticle. You don't have to worry about it taking away the really nice smoothness, because I know a lot of curly hair clients don't like to shampoo. They'll shampoo once a week, but they'll condition like 3 or 4 times. Because I don't have curly hair, I don't understand, but I totally get it because I do have curly hair clients, so I know what I need to do, but I don't have curly hair, so I don't know what it's like. I can't imagine it being fun all the time. But the shampoo is packed with chamomile, as well as a couple other really natural derived vitamins and things to help heal and repair, as well as lock in the shine and the moisture. So it's kind of like a really nice climate control. Even if you don't have curly hair, it's going to give you high shine as well as pack in the moisture. And then you follow that through with the conditioner. The conditioner also is packed with chamomile as well as a couple other things. It's not heavy though. So, you have your really low lather shampoo, and then you're following through with a really nice light conditioner that is packing you with moisture and shine and your vitamins and everything you need for beautiful bouncy curly hair. Or if you don't have bouncy curly hair, it's still packing in with everything you need, but it's also a UV and thermal protectant. So it's also literally putting a really nice, protective coat over your hair, pretty much just like everything else in the line. But what kind of sets us apart from most curly products is the fact that it actually is super lightweight. Like even with other conditioners in the line, you'll feel how, not heavy, but just like, how awesome the conditioner is, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to work this through my hair. It's gonna be so soft. But this is like, actually when you start working it through your hair, it's like, oh my god, this is going to be really nice and light for my curly hair clients. There's nothing worse than washing your curly hair client and try and get out as much of that water as you can in their hair, so just kind of like drooping and hanging. So it's really fun to use the, the low lather shampoo and follow through with the conditioner and watch their curls just kind of come to life. It actually is really cool, and it makes me really envious because I wish I had curly hair. But yeah, so then following through with that, which is pretty much the same thing as the 7 seconds, but this is like 7 seconds condition spray but on crack. Amy, you told me that, and I hope you don't mind that I'm saying it. I stole your line. But the Boink Curl Leave-In is a really nice UV and thermal protectant. Just like the 7 second spray, it's a leave-in conditioning spray. But this is, when I say it's a little different, is because it adds adding high shine as well as sorry, sealing and repairing the hair as you're spraying through. What I tend to tell my curly hair clients is, halfway through the day when your hair is in its natural curly state and you're trying to run your fingers through it, but it gets a little knotty, or you feel like it's just limp and it's just there and it's feeling really dry and brittle, this is going to be your go-to. So you're going to spray it through the direction of the hair. Oh my god, it smells so good. Spray through the direction of the hair, re-bounce out your curls. So what it's actually doing is it's re-moisturizing and re-defrizzing and like I said, re-moisturizing the curls without having to use water, which is really awesome because, again, it's really lightweight. So you're going to watch before your eyes as your hair starts to spring back up. I wish I had curly hair so I can show you, but the product does speak for itself. So I hope you trust me and believe what I'm saying. But yeah, also acts as a UV and thermal protectant, so your color is going to be safe, your curls are going to be safe from the sun's rays and whatever heat you decide to put on it throughout the day. But this is another one where I tell my clients, put it in your bag, take it with you wherever you need to go halfway through your day. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh my god, what happened to my hair? Spray some of that on it. Literally watch it come back to life before your eyes. You'll be amazed. Following through is our Moisture Curl Cream. Everything in the line pretty much has like a really nice like fruity berry kind of a scent to it, which I really do like because who doesn't like smelling like juicy pear jelly beans in their hair? It smells really good. So I tend to tell my clients that have that really big spirally curls that kind of don't really want them to be too weighed down, kind of want them to be a little bit more bouncy and kind of free form to do whatever they want. I tell them to go for the Moisture Curl Cream. It's going to pack them with a little bit of shine, some moisture, but it's not going to weigh them down, so you're getting a really mild hold, so you'll still be able to play with it throughout the day. I tell them little teeny tiny bit goes a long way. You can always add more, but you can't take it off once you put it on. So little teeny tiny bit goes a long way. Comb it through, work it through with your fingers. You can diffuse it. A lot of my clients just like to put it in and walk out the door. Why? I don't know. Again, I don't have curly hair. I always try to get them to use the diffuser, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of turned away from a diffuser based off of old products that they've used because it's always made their hair crunchy. But this does not make your hair crunchy at all. It's super lightweight, it's super moisturizing, and it's packed with shine. So it really does help make the hair shiny and bouncy and full. And it's also a UV and UV and thermal protectant. So it's safe to use later on in the day when your hair is actually dry and you're like, yeah, I think I want to pop a few extra curls, and you can totally do that. Following through with that is our defining cream, which is actually formerly known as Boing that was in our wet system, which is labeled in black, which I told you. So what's really fun about this is it's actually purple. It's really cool. But I remember smelling this when it was in the wet line, and I was like, oh my god, that smells so good. And then all of a sudden, boom, they came out with the curly system, with the Boing system, and the shampoo and conditioner, and the spray smells just like it, so I love it. But this is going to be more for wavy-haired clients, or really for super curly-haired clients too, but just depending on the hold factor that you want. So this is going to give you some shine, but it's going to be a lot of a stronger hold. So, it's not technically going to weigh the hair down because none of these products will weigh your hair down. You get weightless body and volume with everything you use, but it's just going to be a stronger hold. So you're going to get more defined curls, more pieced out curls, and you can also mix it with a couple of the other products actually, which is kind of getting into like our blending portion of it. So what I found actually works best for myself is if I use a little bit of this first, diffuse it, and then I follow it through with our beach day, which I'll kind of get to a little bit longer. So I would go to like the beach day, or I'll do like the tricky spray, super fabulous. And again, I guess I should probably wait until I kind of get to the end before I talk about the blending part. But again, you know, you're going to get a really nice, super strong hold, really high shine. And I always like to tell my clients, like, blowing, because it's for all hair types, it's literally for frizz control or for climate control. Anybody that gets super frizzy hair will benefit from this, even if you have, you know, super flat, straight hair, but if it gets frizzy, you will most definitely benefit from this. So that's our blowing system. And now we're going to go into our cleanse and condition. Okay. Now some of these are going to be really hard for you guys to take in how awesome they are. Okay. So to start, we're going to talk about our Laser Straight shampoo and conditioner. Now, Laser Straight is typically for pretty much any hair type. I wouldn't recommend it for someone with my hair. Not that it would weigh it down or anything like that. My hair, I just don't have enough hair to benefit from it. So this is going to be fabulous for anybody with curly hair. If they typically like to wear it straight, I would recommend this. It smells like cupcakes. Yeah, it smells like cupcakes. But what's really nice about the shampoo is, just like the blowing system, you get a really low lather. You know, sometimes I tell my clients, like, if you feel like no matter how much you emulsify it in your hands, like, just keep adding more water and really keep working it in. But it's just because it's giving you a really low lather. Now, what most people don't understand when it comes to shampoos is the fact that, like, you really don't want to rough up the cuticle. It's really hard not to do. But, you know, being able to find something that's for those frizzy haired clients, or for anybody that really has an issue with climate control, or that's in and out literally all day, so you never know what your hair is going to do being inside and outside. You know, it really just smooths out the hair, packs it with shine, and it smells really fabulous too. Once I start using it, they're like, oh my god, I want to eat it. I'm like, yeah, I know, I wish I had a cupcake too. But yeah, so then you'll follow it through with the Laser Straight conditioner. Now, what sets this conditioner apart from most conditioners, even within the ones in the line, is the fact that this little guy helps speed up blow dry time. So again, you know, you're having a, you know, you really emulsify it in the hair with the shampoo, you're working it through, you rinse out, you rinse out. I always recommend leaving it in, excuse me, for 1 to 3 minutes. I find that it really, you know, just kind of works itself into the cuticle, really packs your hair with moisture and all of that shine that it needs. And then once you start to rinse it, like, you can even feel it as the water's coming out and the conditioner's rinsing off, like how buttery and silky the hair feels. It's kind of, it's like, it just amazes you, like, as you're watching it come out. But yeah, and then you follow through with a couple other products, and before your eyes, you're literally watching the hair blow dry faster and a lot smoother too. And I think that's what sets it apart from most smoothing product brands or anything like that. And what's really nice is a lot of my clients that get keratins done, you know, before we used to use a different product brand, and I'm not going to say the name, I wasn't really happy with how long their treatments were lasting. You know, at first with certain brands, you can have a treatment last 6 months, depending on what they're using. Some you can have them last 3. But the last few clients that I've actually done global keratin treatments on, I sent them home with both the Laser Straight shampoo and conditioner, and it's been 8 months now, and they still don't need a new treatment yet. So that's how fabulous this is. And I don't know if it's just the product itself, so my client feels like they don't need another keratin, but I think it's a combination of both. I think this really helped really lock in her treatment, and on top of that, it's really formulated for that issue as well. So, you know, knowing that my client paid that much money for her service, and she's still so excited because of what I sent her home with, and this brand that kind of, you know, just is another, like, little tally and another little notch, like, as to why this brand is so important to me, because, you know, it makes my clients' lives easier, and it really does what it says it's supposed to. Like I said, no fluff. Going on, moving forward, we're going to talk about our Boosta, which smells so good. It smells like watermelon candy, and something else I still, after using it for a year and a half, I can't quite put my finger on what the other part of it is. But yeah, so the Boosta shampoo and conditioner, obviously it's for body volume, voluminous, beautiful hair. The shampoo is actually packed with a little bit of mild proteins. So, you know, it's locking in your color, it's repairing the hair a little bit. I love to use this on my cute little old ladies because their hair gets super dry and brittle just from getting their perms and getting their set styles and their hair being teased so much. So they're getting all of that weightless body and volume that they're looking for without obviously weighing it down, but while also healing and repairing their brittle hair as well. So it's super fun to kind of start them on it, you know, and kind of watch their hair transform over the course of the last year or so when they're kind of realizing that their hair looks and feels a lot better and they don't have to worry about, you know, any issues with that. And they can still kind of run their fingers through it, which is fun because, I mean, I was never really a big fan of bouffants. I never really understood the purpose. I like to be able to run my fingers through my hair. So being able to give a client body and volume while still being able to play with their hair is a really big thing for me. But yeah, so then you'll follow that through with the conditioner, which is, as you know, also a UV and thermal protectant. I like to tell my clients to leave it in for 1 to 3 minutes. 1 to 3 minutes is pretty much more than they need. Just to give it that weightless body and volume and shine and pack it with everything that it's asking for. And then you'd obviously follow it through with the products that I'll go through with a little bit later. But it really is just a really nice, you know, product for those that are really looking for a body without having to worry about the products that they're using weighing it down or using it and then 6 hours or 3 hours later their hair looking limp and dead. So really does what it's supposed to do, which is nice. Going through with my actual favorite shampoo and conditioner in the line is our U Luxury shampoo and conditioner. You know, what sets us apart from most shampoos is the fact that like it really does have natural derived vitamins and minerals in it. So this actually has crushed pearl as well as organic Hawaiian white honey and argan oil. So this is going to be kind of like your fighter shampoo and conditioner. So not only does it smell like heaven, but it's also healing and repairing. So you have the crushed pearl in there that's going to help, that helps pack in that shine, really gives you a really beautiful shine. And then the honey and the argan oil are there for the repairing and the moisture that goes into the hair. So, you know, I do a lot of high-end, high-profile blondes. So one thing that I always tell them that they have to go home with, even if it's their first time with me, are these two guys here, just because I know that their hair is going to be getting exactly what it's asking for. So the shampoo will lather just like pretty much everything else. You'll still get some fun pretty bubbles, but nothing overboard or anything crazy, because again, you don't want to rough up the cuticle too much when you're shampooing. And then, you know, you follow through with the conditioner like you would any other conditioner, focusing on the ends mostly as opposed to the scalp. But another thing that's really nice about these two products is the fact that there's no buildup. So not only is it healing and repairing the hair with all of these fabulous like natural things that are built into it, but you're not going to get some crazy buildup from the crushed pearls or the honey and the argan oil. So yeah, pretty much sets any other shampoo apart from, yeah, it's just, sometimes I'm at a loss for words at how fabulous these products are. But yeah. Okay. Next, I'm going to talk about our specialty shampoos. Now, why wouldn't these be on our basic cleansing conditions? I'm sure you're thinking to yourself. And that's because these are not your basic cleansing condition shampoos. So, you know, to start off, I'm actually going to talk about our Weekender. I'm not going to go with the Blondo first just because of how awesome it is, and I can rant about that for a solid 3 or 4 days. So the Weekender shampoo, this is going to be a really awesome prep shampoo. It is a clarifying shampoo, but again, because it is derived from natural plants and minerals and things, you do not have to worry about this stripping out your color or any sort of chemical service that you previously had. I like my clients to use it and to wash their hair with it before they come in, so I don't have to prep them before I do a chemical service. It's also really nice for after highlights and things like that, just to kind of pack the hair with protein. It does have protein in it, so it helps heal and repair the hair and give it shine. Weightless body as well, but it does not strip out all of the natural oils. So it's taking out all of that excess oil, all that excess buildup for you to continue on with your next step into your service, so that there's nothing else on the hair. But it leaves all the natural oils that your scalp and your hair is begging for. Most clarifying shampoos makes the hair extremely rough, and you cannot even get a comb through it, let alone your fingers afterwards. And this, sorry, that's how excited I got. And this just sets apart all clarifying shampoos from most. Again, like I said, just knowing that like it's packing the hair with protein after I lift them, and you know, going on with like my toner, let's say their toner turns out so even and so bright and so beautiful. And even after I tone them, if I feel like I wanted to use it again, I could literally use it again and it will not take their toner out. I'm telling you the truth. Believe it. But then the next little awesome part in our specialty is our Blonda shampoo and conditioner. Now, our Blonda shampoo and conditioner is actually the #2 selling product in the brand. It's really cool. Smells like grapes. A lot of people say grapes. I say it smells like the grape snatch and the grape scratch and sniff markers from when I was a kid. Okay, but what sets this toning shampoo apart from most is the fact that it actually works. First off, I wish I had somebody that I could try this on for you, just so you could see. We recommend leaving the shampoo on for literally no longer than 30 to 60 seconds. That's all you need. You really should only be shampooing at the scalp anyways. You should not be roughing up the ends with any sort of shampoo for that matter. All of the excess kind of cleans it as it is anyways. But you get a really nice lather. But you're also packing the hair with mild proteins, moisture, as well as toning the hair. So you're repairing and toning at the same time. I send my clients home with this, you know, to use in between their colors. A lot of my clients are either high profile blondes or they're really beautiful balayages. And so for me to send them home with the toning shampoo, and I tell them like, hey, use it once a week, or if you're feeling spunky, use it a couple times and watch how ashy it gets. It's really fun. But you don't even have to use it on a blonde client if you don't want to. It's really nice for really light brown haired or even for red haired clients as well, just to kind of pack their hair back up and make it really nice and vibrant. You know, and you obviously follow that through with the conditioning, the conditioner. We recommend using both of them together. You know, it was actually brought to my attention, which I'm really glad that I said something, was with Amy actually. You know, for me, I always felt like you didn't really need to use it with the conditioner. Why would you need to? Because not everybody wants their hair to be super ashy. But believe it or not, the conditioner, which is, I'm so happy that I actually found that out. The conditioner has all of those beautiful agents in it, so it's locking in that tone and it's sealing it. So you have to use the conditioner afterwards. It is highly recommended. They go together for a reason, so they should stay that way. But yeah, they're really nice. You also get the UV and thermal protectant, so you don't have to worry about color fading or damage from the sun or anything like that. But again, I tell my clients, you know, use it once or twice a week if you feel like it. I have some that are really ballsy and they love that platinum purpley silver hue, so they like to use it pretty consistently, pretty much every time they shampoo. Okay. Now we're going to go into our wet styling, which as you know is labeled in black. Okay. So to start, I'm going to talk about our creamy paste. This little guy gets put in my hair every single day. Sorry. You're going to go in and knuckle it out, or however you choose to do it. I like to use my knuckle. I feel like when your knuckle goes in, it kind of gives you the perfect amount you're supposed to use for the day, because you never get the same amount. But this is, it's honestly really nice for plumping the hair, making the hair appear full and thicker. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair does not look like this if that's not in it. It's heat activated, so Being a wet styling product, you know, you put the heat on it and you'll watch before your eyes as your hair's starting to build body and volume, and you're watching the follicles start to build up. Gives you really nice shine, and it's also a UV and thermal protectant. So it's really nice, you know, like you can use these styling products and still get a really nice UV and thermal protectant. But this is fabulous even for my men. I have my brother, for instance, who's actually a really big fan of this product. I hope he doesn't get mad at me for schooling on him right now, but he's got that super fine, and I mean like fluffy fine hair, and his hairline's not looking too hot right now. So, you know, his haircut's very particular. We don't, you know, I just kind of go and piece it out as we go. But anyways, he loves to use this. He feels like once he puts it in and he pieces it out with his blow dryer, he's able to hide those little areas that, you know, he's insecure about, and make his hair look and feel super, super thick and fun. And obviously his wife loves it as well, because she's got baby fine hair like myself. So she, like myself, likes to put it in around her face, blow dries it in, adds really nice body and volume, and I mean like weightless body and volume. But it's really cool to, you know, for people to look at me from far away and say, wow, you have really thick hair, and then they come up and touch it and they're like, wait a minute, it's not. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's because of this amazing product I use. Let me talk to you about it. So yeah, this is a really big one. This I keep on me at all times. Everywhere I go, it goes with me. Following through with that is our Boost Spray. So the Boost Spray is going to be awesome. You can use it on the scalp, you can use it on the ends. This is going to build you tons and tons of body and volume. One little cool tip and trick that I learned, you know, we don't recommend using it on dry hair, but something that's really fun is that you can use it on dry hair as long as you use it on the cold setting. You know, it's really fun for, you know, those brides that really want vintage curls and stuff like that's really in for brides and for prom girls right now. So being able to kind of do their curls with a couple other things in the line and set their hair, and then follow through and re-spritz it and use it in a cool setting and watch the body, you know, build on top of itself is really fun. But yeah, it just builds really awesome body. We recommend, of course it's not going to spray. Sorry. Really? Okay, well I guess I have a defective tube. There we go. You're going to spray in the direction of the hair. If you spray crazily, you're just going to rough up the cuticle, and it's going to make for a really hard blow dry. So we recommend going in the direction of the hair. Makes for easy styling. It is also heat activated as well as UV and thermal protectant. I guess I should just go through with all of our bodybuilding ones, I guess, since I already started on it. Going next is going to be another one of my favorites. This is going to be our Elevate Mousse. So what's really nice about this, super thick, super gorgeous. It's not even like a mousse. I think of it more like a whip. But it's really awesome because it doesn't like melt down into like a really weird watery sort of a mousse. It stays pretty nice and thick. I like to use it on the scalp. I like to use it on my ends. I mix it with the creamy paste actually for my hair just to give it some extra grit. But what sets this mousse apart for most is the fact that it's infused with argan oil and it's got mousse memory to it. So being heat activated, the second the heat touches it, body's building before your eyes. Again, it's got the mousse memory, so the second, you know, you put a curling iron on it and stuff, it kind of gives it that fun extra hold. And because it's infused with our argan oil, you don't have to worry about it being too tacky. I know a lot of volumizing mousses or mousses in general tend to be tacky and sticky, but because it's infused with the argan oil, you don't have that issue. But you might if you use too much, so if you use too much, then you just go back through with your 7-second spray, or even the Boing leave-in, it'll just kind of ease out that tack a little bit. Also a UV and thermal protectant like everything else in the line, so it's really fabulous. Another really fun one is our Expand Volume. So it's really cool. You shake it really well, obviously, and you'll see you have this really cool nozzle. So you don't need to hold it too close to the scalp. You'll hold it at a normal distance and you'll literally spray it and it will go exactly where you need it to because of the awesome, cool little innovative nozzle that's there. So this is going to be heat activated. You spray it on the roots and roots only. Perfect for set styles, perfect for those cute little old ladies that come in, you know, once a week. It's got mousse memory to it, but what I really like about it is the fact that, you know, I found out for myself, like using it on myself and doing a really nice blow dry throughout the day. If I feel like it's falling limp, I just gotta refloof it, and it kind of just builds right back on top of itself because it's got the mousse memory. But it is also heat activated. It's a really nice root volumizer. And I love the fact that it's got that really easy nozzle, because I know a lot of people, including myself with past brands that I've used, I tend to overload because I feel like no matter how much you put on the scalp, it's still just not enough. But let me tell you, a little bit goes a long way with this one. That's for sure. Okay, so next is going to be our Blow Set and Style Lotion. This is another one. Literally smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers, I think is what it is. But what's really nice is the fact that it says lotion, but it actually comes out kind of like a lotion mixed with like a gel. So this is also an anti-humectant, so you don't have to worry about the hair freezing out. Gives it really high shine. Heat activated, and heat activated only. Again, it's in black, so I wouldn't use it on dry hair. It wouldn't feel too good. But this product is perfect, and I'm going to give you a fun little story about these. So this product is absolutely perfect for those stubborn brides and prom girls on the day of their event. Even though you told them to come in with like 2-day-old hair, and they still come in with sopping wet hair because for some reason their hair was just too dirty for you to touch it. I don't care. That's what dry shampoo is for. So this is going to be perfect for them when they come in with it wet, even if it is still partially dry. I don't care. I will load their hair up with it. I will run brush the poop out of them, and then follow through with a couple other products, which I'll get to in a little bit. But again, because it's an anti-humectant and helps control frizz, gives you a really nice set style. Not only just fabulous for those cute little old ladies, but fabulous for everyday use as well. Also a heat and UV thermal protectant, heat activated. Going into the last part of our wet styling is our laser spray, which is another anti-humectant. So this is going to help control your frizz. I know it says relaxing fluid on it. A lot of people kind of get a little nervous when they see relaxing fluid, but I like to tell them it's more for like climate and frizz control. So this not only helps speed up the blow dry time, but helps really give my curly hair clients really beautiful smooth hair without having an issue with frizz or anything like that. UV and thermal protectant, heat activated. It really actually lasts all day, so you don't have to worry about it not doing its job. So that is our wet styling. Ooh, I'm almost knocking everything over. Okay. Following through with our hybrids, which is labeled in blue. I'm going to start with our Conundrum because of how awesome it is, and I just love the name of it. So this is going to be perfect on those days where you can decide if you want a cream of paste or a wax, because it's a combination of all of them. It smells really nice. What kind of sets this product apart is the fact that, you know, you can use it and piece it out when your hair is dry for a really fun, funky, pieced out, texturized look. But for those days where, you know, your hair is sopping wet and you don't excuse me, when your hair is sopping wet and you don't know what to put in it to really give yourself a really nice sleek look, this can be your go-to as well. So for my clients that can't decide if they want like 4 different products or if they want one that's going to do both, I will tend to recommend them this, especially if they're not really big product people. You know, you can do that really fun, messy, pieced out look, but you can also get that super sleek look as well, which is what's nice. It is also heat activated, but it also doesn't have to be heat activated because it's a hybrid. You can use it either way. But you know, you just go through, knuckle out like I explained in the previous one for our creamy paste, and follow through as you wish. UV and thermal protectant, whichever one you decide to do for the day. Going on to our next little one, which is actually super fun, is our liquid volume. So this little guy can be dangerous on some days. I recommend using it on dry hair. I've used it on it wet, and I couldn't get the brush through. You know, we didn't really formally have a class on it, so we kind of taught ourselves how to use it. But you shake it, spray it at the root, if I can get it to spray. So you'll section your hair, so spray it, let it dry. And what's really nice about it is the fact that it comes out wet, but your hair doesn't feel wet. Then you flip it back over, rough it up, and look at the difference. How fabulous is that? I don't even know what my hair looks like right now. I hope it looks somewhat decent. But yeah, it pretty much speaks for itself. I love to use it for my updos, even throughout the day when I feel like my hair is looking a little limp and I don't want to have to go through and tease or anything like that. I just grab this section of my hair, spray it on, rough it up, and it literally builds on top of itself. And it's also got memory to it, so throughout the day if you feel like it's feeling a little fallen or a little flat, you'll just kind of refloof it back up and it kind of goes back to the way it was supposed to. Again, I wouldn't recommend using it wet. A lot of people in my salon like to use it wet. I prefer using it dry, but that's just personal preference, whichever you guys like to do. Going next into our beach day. It smells like where I belong, on the beach. It smells like sunscreen and yummy stuff. So this is a really fun universal texturizing spray. A lot of people are like, oh, it's kind of like a sea salt spray. Yeah, it's pretty much like a sea salt spray. Perfect for those like my pretty much hair who have absolutely no bend and no curl, not even in the slightest bit. Literally not even in the slightest bit. So this is going to be fabulous for that. Even if you do have super curly hair but you kind of want more of like a fun beachy textured look, this is going to be the look for you. You can spray it on blunt, you can diffuse it, you can use it dry. I like to use it on my hair after I've already curled it. I like to break it apart with my fingers, spritz it through, work it through. So not only does it smell really good, but it gives you that fun beachy texture and that sea salt spray texture that you're looking for without weighing it down. It is a UV and thermal protectant. I do have some clients that prefer using this over any sort of like curly cream. So they'll spray this on and diffuse a so, and they really like the way it makes their hair feel because it doesn't make it crunchy, but it still gives you enough shine. Most sea salt sprays tend to mattify the hair, so what's really nice is that this won't do that. This will still give them the shine and the protection that they're looking for. Okay, going through is this beautiful little guy right here, a U oil. So this is going to be a really beautiful argan oil if I can get it to pump. We typically say like 1 to 3 drops is more than enough, which is the truth. You don't want to use too much. Not that you could ever use too much of it. But what sets us apart from most argan oils is the fact that it helps repair and heal the hair as well as control frizz and enhance the shine. So I know we absolutely recommend using this before, before you put any other product on. So we typically say the 7 seconds or the Boing leave-in, you'd use those in correlation with the U oil to help repair and heal the hair before you put any other product on there. But it's super lightweight, super versatile, so you can use it even if you have super fine hair like myself. I like to use it, especially when I first decide to wash my hair. I actually put it on before I put my 7 seconds on, because I like this to be in my hair first and foremost before I do any sort of conditioning spray. So I actually put that in and then I spritz that on and then I comb it through and make sure it's worked in really, really well. But again, heals and repairs the hair, enhances the shine, as well as smooths out the hair really beautifully. And then following through with something that's actually super fun and special is our Smooth and Shine Styling Cream. So we recommend using like about that much. You don't need anything more than that, maybe a little bit more than that of being dramatic. But we suggest a little teeny tiny bit goes a long way. What sets these apart from most styling creams is the fact that it's actually infused with our crushed pearls as well as our argan oil. So it's going to smooth the hair, enhance the shine. Again, you can use it wet or dry. So on my clients where let's say I'm using the Laser Straight Relaxing Fluid and I feel like they still just need a little bit more shine and stuff to the hair, I'll take a little teeny tiny bit, piece it out at the end. Beautiful. But also if you're looking for something where you don't want to have to layer it on top of anything else, you can use it by itself, blow dry it in, and still get that really beautiful sleek look. But again, we recommend a little teeny tiny bit because you don't need a whole lot. Last, but not least, is our styling, which is labeled in red, which I've already explained, but I'm going to say it again and again because I have to. start first is our Second Day Styling Cream. Gosh, again. So again, take a knuckle, because it's in red. You do not put heat on after this. That is a no-no. This is going to be perfect for that fresh day washed hair, but you're looking for that second day look. We call it pretty much like the Kim K or the Kylie Jenner styling cream of the line. UV protectant, so it helps protect against the sun rays, but it's just a really nice styling cream. You can get really fun and funky textures. You can use it to really kind of like sleek out your ends as well, with giving it just enough of that like shine and a little bit of that grit that you're looking for second day washed hair. Going into another one of my favorites is actually Expanded Dust. I'm sorry I lost my lid, but what you're going to do is you're going to take section, so I did the one with liquid volume, and I'm going to do this one with Expanded Dust. And you're going to shake it, rough it, and build instant body and volume. This, another way you can actually use it is like this, and kind of squirt it out and rough it up if you want it on the ends without having to actually dump it out and sprinkle it on the ends. Sorry. Really fun for pretty much any sort of really textured look that you're looking for. A little bit goes a long way, so you don't need a whole lot. I'm sorry, I don't know what my hair looks like right now, so I probably look like a goofball. But it's really nice for all those updos, so I like to use it on my, my prom girls and my brides that, I don't want to have to like tease and back comb them and then worry about part of their hair falling and then all you see is just a knot sitting on their scalp. I hate that. So I'll tease a little bit, add a little bit of that, really work it in, and just kind of flip it back over and watch how it builds on top of itself, and the texture that it builds within all of that back combing that you just put in there. It just works wonders, and it's really nice. I love to use it on my pixie hair clients and my short hair clients. Super fun, just for like those really fun random days where you just want it to be super sexy and messy and just kind of give your look a little something different. UV protectant as well. Obviously not heat protectant because you should not be putting heat on after you put these on. I don't know how many times I need to say that. No heat after a finisher. Going through, we're going to go next to our Tricky sprays. So you have Tricky and Tricky Light. So your Tricky is going to be for the super thick, medium to thick coarse hair. This is half spray, half wax. You're going to spray in the direction of the hair, just like so. Smells fun. But this is going to give you that super strong, textured, waxy hold that you're looking for. And if you have the more super fine hair, then you'd go with the Tricky Light. Pretty much the same thing. It's just got less wax than the original Tricky. Go in the direction of the hair for that fun, piecey texture. Add some shine to the hair as well because it's got that wax in there, so that's super nice. But it's going to act as a UV protectant from the sun, so you don't have to worry about color fading or anything like that. But these are really fun and fabulous for anybody that's looking for some fun piecey texture and some body and volume and things like that, just to give you a nice little extra hold. But again, the Tricky Light is for fine hair, and the original Tricky is for medium to thick. Following through with that, number 3 selling product in the brand, the one that's near and dear to my heart, Texturizer. All of my clients, just like a couple other of these products you've heard me say, this is another one of those things that like every client of mine goes home with. I do a lot of like really fun beached out curls and a lot of updos and stuff like that. So to finally find a spray, because I'm not a hairspray girl, I love being able to run my fingers through my hair. I love having body and volume and texture, but I love being able to play with it. So for myself, I'm not really a hairspray kind of a gal, and a lot of my clients are pretty much the same. So when I finally found a texturizing spray that pretty much held their style in place and gave them that fun body and volume and texture that they were looking for, but also still being able to be played with, was a big seller for myself. So, I have a lot of clients that love it and that will come in and they will get, like, I'm not kidding you, a can a month because they go through it so fast. I go through cans so fast that my product manager yells at me all the time because I'm always asking to take a new one off the shelf, and it gets me in trouble quite a bit. But it's so nice because you can just keep spraying it on top of itself, like literally the same section over and over and over, and you can just watch the body build on top of itself without weighing it down and without making it gritty or hard. I'm sorry, who doesn't like that? You're crazy if you don't. Acts as a UV protectant, so it's protected from the sun. But it's just a really nice texturizing spray, and it comes out dry. So as you know, you always shake everything really well, but you spray in the direction of the hair. You don't have to worry about it leaving white residue on your clothes. And what's really nice for traveling is the fact that it locks. You don't have to worry about a lid to put back on. You lock it and it doesn't spray out. But yeah, so obviously you spray in the direction of the hair. Gives a really fun body and texture while giving a little bit of a hold, but still to the point where, like, see, now I can still run my fingers through and play with it. And I don't have to worry about it being hard or crunchy, which is a really big thing for me. And for my clients as well. And I'm sure most people's clients are the same way. Now going through into our hairsprays. So I'm going to first talk to you about our Go 365. Our Go 365 is actually really fun and really special. This is for those clients that, like, can't decide if they want a stronghold hairspray or a light hold spray. So I send them home with the Go 365. You can take a look at the nozzle. As I just, wow, I'm on Flap City today. Again, look at the nozzle. You can twist it. So you have light, medium, and strong hold, or hard hold, I should say. So what's really nice about this is the fact that this is perfect for those days where if you can't decide if you want a lighter hold spray or you want something to give you a little bit more hold. You don't have to buy like 4 different hairsprays for that. You can just go with one and you can adjust as you want. And again, it doesn't change what kind of spray it comes out, it just changes how much hairspray comes out. So you get a really nice hold, but you can adjust, you know, whether you want a little bit of a lighter hairspray or if you're like, I don't want it to move, hard hairspray, then more will just come out. Again, UV protectant, so no damage from the sun. Following through is our session, max control. I'm getting way ahead of myself today. So this is going to be pretty much our nice little guy. Shake it really well. Spray it in the direction of the hair. I'm sorry, I'm not going to spray it on myself. I don't like hairspray. But it gives it a really nice hold. This is perfect for pretty much anybody that's wearing their hair down and curly. Perfect for updos and stuff like that. But again, it's like our strong hold. So it's stronger than this, but not quite as strong as this. Going into our strongest is Session Max. Now, this extra strong spray, this is going to be like your hair does not move. And when I say your hair does not move, I mean it does not move. So this is going to be like the last of the last. Spray in the direction of the hair. This is what goes with me everywhere when I'm doing my bridal updos or my prom and homecoming updos. You know, I like to use a lot of texturizer for body. I like to use a lot of shine spray for shine. But what really sets it apart is the fact that when I finish with this, their hair doesn't move. Which, you know, for proms and brides, you know, that is a really big thing. So it's really nice that I have a hairspray now that can actually do that without flaking, without getting white, or without looking all funky on the hair, while still giving it a really nice hold. Now going through, I'm going to give you some fun little blending tips and tricks. You know, ones that I've learned and ones that I've kind of come up with on my own. Before I continue into going into our men's line and all that fun stuff. Okay. So, let's see. For a really nice strong hold, you can use Elevate and Blow Set Lotion. These two are really fun for pretty much any set style. I think I pretty much already explained that earlier. But yeah, these are really nice for pretty much any sort of set style. Give it a little bit more hold. Let's see, another really fun one for some super fun extra sleek hair. Is our U oil mixed with the laser straight and then follow through with the 7 seconds glossing. Anybody that has that super coarse, crazy, frizzy hair, I like to lube it up with these two guys first. And then, like I said, Amy gave me the tip of being able to blow dry it in. So sometimes I'll blow dry it in, other times I'll just wait until I'm ready to follow through with my iron just to give it a little extra protection. Okay. Now, now going into our men's line. Sorry, okay, so what's super cool about the Go 24/7 line is the fact that obviously it's formulated for men, but you don't have to be a man to use it. You can also be a woman. There's a couple of the pods that my super cute little short pixie-haired women actually prefer using over like Conundrum or second, like the Second Day, which is totally fine. I tell them, whichever works for you, is up to you as long as you're okay with using it. So to start off, we're gonna go with our mint thickening shampoo. So this I gave to every single one of my brothers for Christmas and for their birthdays and for pretty much any holiday where I have to give them a gift. This is what they get. It smells super nice. So this aids in hair repair as well as promoting hair growth. So it stimulates the scalp because it's got the peppermint in it, but it also helps build body and volume and make the hair look thicker, as well as trying to help the hair grow a little bit more, as well as the regular shampoo. The regular shampoo is nice. I always typically tend to lean more towards the mint thickening because there's no male client of mine that I have that doesn't have super fine hair. But I would still probably give them the mint thickening because I feel like no matter how many or how much or how thick their hair actually is, it still just cannot be thick enough. So that's always my go-to. But that doesn't mean the regular shampoo isn't just as awesome. It too has like a little bit of that earthy, manly sort of a smell. So it smells really nice, really appealing to male clients as well. And then also the conditioner, which is kind of like the perfect mixture between the shampoo, the mint thickening shampoo and the regular shampoo. This also aids in, body volume, help giving a little bit of that hair stimulant, the scalp stimulant. I like to put the mint thickening on first, really get the hair nice and the scalp really nice and tingly. And then I'll follow through with the conditioner and wrap a hot towel around my men clients, and they really like it. They really feel like they're getting a fabulous service. And then going forward into our styles, actually before I go into our styling pods and such like that, there's actually a body wash, which I don't have, so don't be mad at me. But the body wash smells really nice. We don't carry it, but our men clients don't typically come in for body wash and such like that. But I do like the way it smells. I got to play with it a little bit when I was with Amy at the last class. It smells really good. It's really just kind of like a nice little fun extra thing for men to have a part of their line. Now going into our styles, our styling products, you have your hair gel, which has the high shine finish, super strong hold, perfect for pretty much any hair types. If you like typical gels, this is going to be the gel for you. I like to use this on my my pompadours. Sorry guys, I like to use this on my pompadours. Gives it a really nice strong hold, so you don't have to worry about the hair moving after you use that one. Going on to our styling cream. Now this stuff, super fun. Oh my goodness, awful. The styling cream has a really nice mild hold to it. And again, what's nice is you can work it into your hands and your hands won't be sticky after you use them. But this has got a really nice pliable hold, natural finish. So it's perfect for short hair clients, for long hair clients, really for anybody that doesn't want too much of a hold but still wants a little bit of like that really fun funky texture. This is a really big one that goes for like my cute little short pixies. They felt like a couple other products that I tried giving them was too shiny and the other ones were a little too matte. So because it's got the natural finish, they still get the fun texture and hold that they're looking for while still looking super natural, which is a really big thing for women. I get that. Going through next is our pomade, which is going to be your super high shine product. high shine, medium to strong hold. Perfect for pompadours or pretty much anybody that wants a super high shine. Perfect for men clients, obviously perfect for women too, depending on what their style is. Moving forward into our texture paste, this one is my absolute favorite. This one goes home with my little brother. My older brother uses creamy paste, my little brother uses texture paste. Smells really good. You get that really nice matte finish. You get a really awesome strong hold. But I love the texture that it gives the hair. And again, you know, working it through your hands. I just layered on like 4 products on my hands and they're not sticky. But again, I really like the smell. I really like how it's matte finished, so I don't have to worry about the hair looking too fake or shiny. But it really, really just pieces out the hair really nicely. Following through next is going to be our Go 24/7 spray. Now this is super fun, especially for men that like hairspray, aka my dad, but doesn't want to go to me and ask for a women's hairspray, so it's nice that we carry this now so he can use it. Spray in the direction of the hair. It's a really nice medium to strong hold hairspray. Matte finish, so not matte finish, natural finish, so you don't have to worry about it being too shiny, but then you also don't have to worry about it mattifying the hair. Yeah, there's tons of beautiful products within this part. I believe there's one more pod that I don't have, but I'm so sorry that I don't have it. But yes, the men's line is super awesome, and I love the fact that they call it Go 24/7 because it's not like most men's lines. I feel like sometimes men are either overwhelmed by too many products or there's just not enough for them. So the fact that, you know, there's a couple shampoos and one basic conditioner, so they can decide if they want something that's more, you know, rejuvenating or something that's more basic. One really nice conditioner, body wash, a spray, and then 4 pods to give them kind of pretty much anything that they want. Everything has either a matte finish, a natural finish, or a high shine finish. So it's really fun that they kind of have different things to pick and choose from, as well as women being able to use them as well. I feel like it's really fun knowing that these products are so versatile that I can use a Unite product on a man, and I can use the Go 24/7 on a woman as well. Okay, move that out of my way. So then to just kind of like wrap everything up for you guys, Unite does have a couple really awesome tools and stuff like that. So they have a couple of pairs of scissors. One thing I really was lucky enough to get my hands on at my last class was one of the heat activated brushes. So it goes from black to white. It's got the boar bristles as well as the synthetic bristles, which is super fun. Really perfect for pretty much all sorts of hairstyling. It's kind of like my go-to round brush now. I find that some of the other round brushes get a little too hard. This is the perfect amount of, like, you know, strength as well as softness, so it doesn't irritate the scalp. They also have a couple flat irons, curling irons, really just fun miscellaneous tools and such like that. So I think it's really fun that, you know, I'm working, or that I get to work with a brand that not only has products that excel and that perform at a high level, but they also have really fun, like extra hot tools and things like that for you to use, just to show you how into the industry this brand is. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope I was really detailed. I hope that I gave you enough information for you guys to go out and purchase these products and use them at home. Amy, I hope I did better this time than I did the last time. I want to thank you guys again for watching. It really means a lot that I got this opportunity to try out for this, and you know, I'm really excited to see what the future holds. So I want to thank you again, and yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful week.